Hey y'all, Little Flix here, and we're back to watch Veronica Mars. I actually haven't watched it in a little bit. So, let's see if I can remember what happened. Last episode, from my memory, was just okay. We found out a bit more about Meg's family's history, and probably what she was trying to hide on the lap. Or did they crack? Oh no, they cracked into the laptop in the end, didn't they? Yeah, they cracked into the laptop in the end, and, well, Duncan did, and they found out that they were abusing her sister, her little sister, and keeping her like in closets and stuff. And then they called Lamb and he let them go, and we kind of got a bit backstory about Lamb, that maybe he didn't have quite a good childhood himself, which is interesting. Just because we haven't really got much about Lamb's history, and he seems like he's sticking around as like a recurring character, so it's good to get a little bit more information on him in that way. And Logan teased the idea that the guy who came forward, who said he was the one who witnessed him with the knife on the bridge with Felix's death, wasn't actually the person who was there. So he's let on that he actually remembers some things that he hasn't told the police and wants to tell Veronica to get her to help. So I'm expecting probably that to come up again and them to get a little bit more closer. Maybe not so much just yet. I'm thinking more around the mid-season mark. They're going to start getting a bit closer again. And then I reckon around the end, they're going to like kiss and stuff, or I don't know. Also with Charisma Carpenter's character, I can't remember her name. She tried to come on to Duncan in their hotel room. Well, Duncan's, I guess Logan's just crashing since his house burnt down. So, but yeah, she was on his bed naked, and we don't know what happened there. That was kind of brushed over with them at Meg's house. So I'm thinking that might come up as well. Or it won't be said for a while, or Veronica will mention it and he'll say nothing happened and he'll go to bed, but then something else will happen later in the series to make her question his loyalty, and then everything will come up again, and then they'll maybe like take a break, and then Logan will swoop in. Pretty much. But that's what I'm assuming. We don't actually know if Duncan did anything. I like to think Duncan didn't, but he kind of did seem like a little weird when Logan mentioned it. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm expecting from this episode. I don't know if we'll get any more information about the bus crash necessarily. It seems that maybe there'll be like a little bit of teasing, and then the rest would just be left for future episodes. Because going by how season 1 went, you had a lot of filler episodes, I would say. Not that they're not important, but there were, like, looking back, there was a few episodes that were not necessarily totally important to watch for the main storyline. You could kind of skip it from, my memory anyway, and it wouldn't really change much. So I'm expecting this kind of a similar thing. You get a little information here and then nothing, and then a little information here, and then boom, a lot of information there, and it turns, and then a little bit of information there, and a little bit of information there, and then boom, we're at the finale kind of thing. That's just what I'm expecting with the bus. But it could prove me wrong. It could be a much faster paced season with a lot more things happening, but I don't think that's really the case with the bus crash. Maybe it will be the case with Logan's case. A lot of cases in that sentence. But I think until then, we should just get into it and see what this episode has in store for us. Apparently, we've got Meg's face here like in a dream or flashback thing. So, interesting. I wonder if she will ever wake up too. I feel like she might, but then they might, as I think I mentioned previously, go down a whole like amnesia road kind of thing. But we'll see. Who are you talking to?
On the bus, our first kiss.
Well, obviously Duncan.
The last perfect moment we had together.
Okay, I'm going to pause it for a minute. Like, obviously this isn't, I don't know, maybe this isn't a coma and she's about to wake up, I don't know. But Duncan's not that good. Why does everyone, like, love Duncan? I don't get it. He's not, he's just, I guess he's just like that stereotypical boy next door thing, I guess. But boring.
I've heard enough. Have you heard enough?
This is so weird.
What does she have? Grow up and get over it.
What the fuck, Duncan? I think he's feeling very guilty.
Apparently, Dr. Griffith was reprimanded. Something about an inappropriate off-site practice.
Hey man, got the stuff in yet?
Is that Ryan? Is his name Ryan from High School Musical?
Like wondering if I need to take my business elsewhere.
It is.
We're being harassed, Mr. Mars. Someone is breaking into our house and leaving these.
Oh, what the fuck?
We've been getting messages on our
doing it?
voicemail from our son. We don't believe in ghosts, Mr. Mars. Old recordings of Marcos.
We should just take
Who
Ned's
would
off
do that?
regardless.
I like them back together.
The owner of this dumpster.
Tell me you're 18.
Actually,
Oh, who's kidding who? Like I care.
okay.
But I wouldn't go getting too crazy because you don't need very much work done. You know, I mean, besides the obvious.
Yeah, thanks.
Where the fuck are you going? I wouldn't go in there. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, well, I mean, wasn't trying to make it look pretty, just trying to stop the bleeding. And Dr. Griffiths, hey.
Oh,
Liam.
he was here.
Yeah.
Right, he was like there. He's involved maybe in some kind of crime thing here. And then, yeah, stitched him up. And it was like, I don't know. Yeah, I reckon.
It's Veronica Mars.
Who
She
the
goes to
fuck
med
are
school.
you?
She's Keith Mars' daughter.
You lie to me again, and you really will need a good plastic surgeon.
Excuse you, sir. Where's Logan? Oh! Logan's coming in.
Oh, all right.
Sorry, am I actually watching this? Is this actually happening? What? Why would they do this to her? I mean, the writers in that regard. Obviously, I know why that character is doing it to her. He full on just like lifted her and dunked her on the pool table. Obviously, as we can see, he has his hand on her throat, but I also kind of saw his hand down near her pants, and I'm a bit nervous to kind of continue. Logan better come in and start punching shit. I still recommend punching him in the dick.
I'm start in over here. I'll stop.
Hey, I've got 911 on the line. Who can give me the address here? No one?
See how much damage we can do in the next 2 minutes.
Got a gun.
Had a very bad year.
Easy boy.
He has had a bad year, I'll give him that. Where'd he get the gun from? See, that's the second time he's saved you, Veronica. Well, this time actually did. First time, not so much. But this time, come on. But I guess she was also in that situation because of you, so... I was not expecting her to start crying so early in the episode. Or at all, because for once I put makeup on. Now I'm like very conscious not to cry because I got mascara.
Be okay.
A gun? Logan, a gun? What are you doing with a gun?
Well, Dick's dad gave it to me. He said, given my situation.
Given your situation, you should just move out of Neptune.
His face. Oh, he was so hurt by what happened. Seeing her like that.
What, the school district administration is harassing them to get them to drop their suit?
Here's the truth about Marcos. He never said anything to anyone. He just kind of goofed off with the equipment and kept to himself.
Marcos was great. Kind of shy, but really interesting once you
this?
got to know him.
Look, I told the first person my name. Don't you talk to each other? You've got the serial number. You've got everything on those damn data bank. Oh, sorry, my fault. Bye.
Why must you make the tech support people cry?
This was paid for by the Neptune School District.
Look, I'm just the vice principal. Anything I say on the subject has to be clear.
So
I
you're
thought he
just
was
a
the
powerless
principal.
factotum,
Who's the
and I should
principal
talk to
then?
Principal Moorhead.
I honestly thought he was the principal. We never saw the other good
It's a
dude.
horrible tragedy.
Was it ever mentioned at all in season 1 that he was the vice principal? Because I swear to God, he was the principal. Unless maybe because Neptune is changing and stuff, they demoted him and brought in a new guy, this guy. Maybe we'll find out. But I swear, otherwise, why would she'll be calling, you know, him about the fire drills in the voice to get the quote and stuff for the navigator if he was just the vice principal?
You are aware that an MP3 player registered to the school was found broadcasting Marcos Olivera's voice in his mother's car.
Yay,
Although
Mac!
no recording was made.
Ahoy, Mateys. It's a pirate radio show. There's these two guys, Captain Crunk and Imitation Crab, who just talked a lot of bizarre smack about Neptune High.
Any way to find out where they're broadcasting from?
Yes.
I hope Mac comes in a lot more. as I was saying, I really like Mac. I would like to see her in more episodes, but not just for favors, to actually have more character development. We did get that episode about her and her being, accidentally switched at birth at the hospital and all that stuff, but I would like to see her side of things a bit more, like we do with like Duncan and Logan and Wallace when he was, here, and started to with Jackie, but Jackie's just kind of disappeared for a while, so I'm assuming once Wallace comes back, she'll also come back. I would really like to see more of that for Mac, but I don't know if we'll ever get that.
Can't be that rich and that pleasant without harboring a dark secret. What do you think, Crab? Puppy strangler?
Girlfriend ignorer? What's gotten into Duncan?
Meg.
Our favorite plastic surgeon,
both wearing green.
for whatever reason, seems to be owned by the Fighting Fitzpatricks.
If you could exonerate me sometime soon, that'd be great. I really
Logan.
don't want bottom.
I'm sure it's negotiable.
Help me, Mars One Kenobi. You're my only hope.
You lied to me. What, are you working for the Fitzpatricks now? Is that it?
I'd be dead before I worked for those Micks.
When the new star witness in Felix's murder case turns out to be a Fitzpatrick puppet. They're scratching your back. My question is,
why?
How are you scratching theirs?
Am I still in charge here?
Oh, they've gone off. It's not him.
Are we in business with these potato heads and I just don't know about it?
Don't really care about the gang side
Did
of
somebody
things,
here
though,
try to make
be
some
honest.
extra cash?
Bitch.
Nah. No, this is perception. He wasn't even there to see us. That's what he's saying he thinks happened.
Hector and Bucci was there. What's the difference?
I don't think so.
Come on, Weevil. One way or another, I'm getting to the bottom of this, okay? We're gonna find out what's true.
Thank you, because I want to know, because I don't believe that thing
Signal
was
is
true at all.
strong.
I don't think Logan would have just... This is the thing. You see so many people's, sides of the story, how they think it happened. It's just such an unreliable narrative, and you have to find out the truth, so it's interesting that way. But I don't think Logan is a killer. I just don't. So, I did in season 1, and I don't season 2.
I've got a plan, right?
Who's gonna be on the side of the door? His son?
Hey, Vincent, what you doing?
If the girls would like some snacks and...
You and Marcos were buds, and then your dad found out about the radio show you two did together. And when the Oliveros family decided to sue, your dad made you a deal.
My dad doesn't know anything about the show.
Marcos quit the radio show more than a month before the bus crash. Why?
He went to camp. He called, said he wasn't doing the show anymore.
Camp Self-Quest is an intensive program for teens struggling with their sexuality and proving to redirect teens to a more traditional, healthier lifestyle. Marcos was gay.
Yeah. God! As soon as I saw that stupid picture of them, on the banner, I'm just like, don't tell me it's like a conversion kind of camp thing. I have words about facilities like that. And people who think it's something that can be good, because apparently it's something bad. What? Who cares? Moving on. I don't know what's happening yet. Oh, the lawyers.
School district's law firm. Thought that would make you happy.
What is wrong with people?
Oh, you're gonna get jumped. Or kidnapped. Jesus, what is with this episode? It is super dark.
No, come on, man! Don't do this! Come on, what are you, crazy? Oh, jeez! What happened? I can't remember, okay? Stop, please!
This is so
okay, I
mean.
don't know anything! Please, no. Come on, man, please!
Well, Eli's on the phone. These are teenagers. What's happening in the world, man?
Oh, it's just getting started, Weaves. You have no idea the hell you've just brought on yourself.
Whoa! He's doing it so they can get money.
But I can't help but wonder if someone left that last toy bus and that scrap of paper for me to find. I'm afraid you don't want me testifying, Mr. Oliveras.
I was madly in love and 100% gay, and he liked me as a friend and was sexually on the fence. I was giving him a back rub this one time. His parents came home.
Yeah, and that's why he went to the camp.
For some reason, seeing their shirtless son with a boy straddling him was upsetting.
The Oliveros lost their son. Those pranks really hurt them.
Good.
Oh, so he did do the pranks.
That was the idea.
I don't reckon that's Veronica, first off. I think that's Meg. But anyway, well, he's envisioning that it's Meg. But he was doing the pranks to get back at them for not accepting his son and sending him to that camp and making him feel like he had to do normal things. And inadvertently, he feels like they killed their son. So, still not great. Still crossing multiple lines and stuff. But, you know, I don't know what I was going to say. I think this is Meg.
You're so confused.
Yeah, it's Meg.
You either want to save me or you don't.
So is he feeling guilty now because she's, like in a coma?
Oh my god.
I want to know what it says. That was episode 8 of season 2, called Ahoy Mateys, because of the radio station that Marcos was on. Episode-wise, how I'm feeling right now, because that might change. It's a little on the odd side. Wasn't bad or anything. Like, I'm glad that we got some more information, even if it is subjective, about the night that Felix was killed, and it's that Eli is on his mission to find out exactly what happened. Methods may be a little unorthodox, just a little. And Duncan really took a backseat in this. I really think this is my thing. If Meg was fine and the bus crash never happened because he was telling Veronica, like, oh, you didn't do anything wrong, you got to stop apologizing to her, blah, 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 he wouldn't have cared. But now because she's, like, in a coma and things have kind of gone all crazy, he's feeling guilty, I think, for breaking up with her. For Veronica, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I said previously that I didn't think he loved Meg the way that he did love Veronica in the past, but I'm not really sure why he keeps thinking about her, especially in the last scene, in a very sexual way. I don't know. We didn't know too much about the relationship, but his whole thing, I think, is like making amends to Meg and finding out what's wrong, you know, what's on the laptop and what's the parents, and I don't know, it's something he's very close in his mind with Meg, and that will have to wait to be seen exactly how he's feeling, but I think he's definitely feeling guilty. And the overall main case of Marcos was okay. Wasn't bad. Wasn't like amazingly great either. It sucks that it was stupid conversion camp, because that shit's bullshit. But there is 2 really weird things in this one for me. It was that full grown-ass dude pushing carts in front of Veronica to knock her down, then grabbing her, then slamming her, like picking her up and slamming her on the pool table, getting his hand around her throat, gonna tattoo her face, and then also Logan being kidnapped by Eli's crew. And I don't think the gun actually had any bullets in it, but tying him up and, you know, threatening to put bullets through his hand and his privates. What is happening? Yeah, it felt very weird. This is still like kids in high school. You know, granted, they're 18 and they're going into college next year. I mean, I'm assuming, I don't really know how season 3 of Veronica Mars looks, but that's just, you know, the progression that it's going in since they're seniors. I don't know, it just feels so weird, that episode, with I guess the violence in it, in a way. It just felt very, like, out of nowhere compared to the rest of the shows that we've seen so far. Well, this season, I should say. It makes sense in the rest of the show's context, but this season it was just like, whoa, and it was so quick as well, the whole Veronica thing. But Logan was there and saved her again, but as I said, she kind of was in that situation to help him, so I guess he feels even more responsible that happened to her because he asked her to, which is why his face in the car was very hurt and distraught that something happened to her. Yeah, so what am I expecting from the next episode? Probably Duncan to still be quite distant and weird and not being truthful with Veronica and doing his own little mission, or he will show the note to her and they'll investigate whatever it said in it. I'm not even sure at all what that could be about. I don't know. Logan and Eli are definitely going to war, it seems. I'm expecting them to just be talking trash to each other at school all the time, getting in fist fights, and I don't know. Well, I did pause this one a lot and I talked a lot, so I think I will just leave it here. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked this, why not subscribe, comment and like down below so you can keep up to date with all the rest of the reactions coming out, and you can also check out some of my other content. Thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!